Welcome back to Smash Factor, everyone. I'm your host, Alex Wober, and we've got a loaded show for you today. We've got 3 league events to recap, a huge North American tour stop to break down from the East Coast Classic, some incredible multi-win performances, and a few hitters putting together championship-level runs. Before we get into the action, a huge thank you to our incredible sponsors for helping make Smash Factor and Ultimate Long Drive possible. We appreciate your support of the hitters, leagues, and fans that continue to grow this sport. Now let's get to the results. First up, we head west to the Golden State. The SoCal League held its 5th event of the 2026 season on June 6th at Morongo Golf Club in Beaumont, California. Starting in the amateur divisions, Timothy Holbrook kicked things off with a win in the men's 45 amateur division after posting a 301-yard drive. Then SoCal witnessed something straight out of a Marvel crossover event.
Did I miss a crossover announcement?
As 2 different hitters completed triple crowns on the same day. First up was Lynn Ray, also known as Captain Crush, and he collected wins in the men's 50 amateur, men's 55 amateur, and men's 60 pro divisions with drives of 312, 321, and 309 yards. Not to be outdone, David Anderson matched the feat with wins in the men's 60 amateur, men's 65 amateur, and men's 65 pro divisions with drives of 317, 313, and 314 yards. 6 wins between 2 guys. That's not a leaderboard, that's a hostile takeover. Now we head over to the Commonwealth of Virginia. The Mid-Atlantic League held its 6th event of the season at Woodridge Farm Brewery in Lovingston, Virginia, immediately following the East Coast Classic. Starting in the youth divisions, Wyatt Dotson picked up the U11 boys victory with a 255-yard drive. Then Tyler Garvey continued his strong season with a 311-yard bomb to win the U15 boys division. Moving into the amateurs, Kevin El Presidente Porter claimed the men's 40 amateur division with a 342-yard drive. Jennifer White continued her incredible season by doubling up with victories in the women's 45 and women's 50 amateur divisions after drives of 226 and 242 yards. Then another White entered the winner's circle as Ulysses White captured the men's 50 amateur division with a drive of 319 yards. Michael O'Reilly added a victory in the men's 55 amateur division with a 321-yard drive. Also, Michael Porter took home the men's 70 amateur division after a 228-yard drive. And to finish things off, Nolan Locke doubled up himself, winning both the Open Men's Amateur and Open Men's Pro divisions with matching drives of 348 yards. Same distance, same result. That's the long drive version of copy and paste right there. And now we head down to the Lone Star State. The Central Texas League hosted its 6th event of the season at R2M Golf Academy in San Antonio, and the headline here belongs to James Barnett. Barnett put together a massive 4-win performance, claiming victories in the Valor, Senior Valor, Open Adaptive, and Men's 45 amateur divisions, with drives of 324, 352, 325, and 350 yards. 4 wins. James Barnett collecting divisions like Pokemon cards.
Who's that Pokemon?
Joe Angrove grabbed the men's 35 amateur division with a strong 365-yard drive, while Joseph Kabuto earned a pair of victories in the men's 50 amateur and men's 50 pro divisions with drives of 295 and 294 yards. Mark Thornton claimed the men's 65 amateur division after a 265-yard drive, while Jansen McBride showed up ready for business, smashing a 365-yard drive to win the Open Men's Amateur division. And Eric Estes closed out Texas with a victory in the men's 45 pro division after a drive of 283 yards. Now it's time for the main event.
This is the main event of the evening.
The East Coast Classic returned to Woodridge Farm Brewery in Lovingston, Virginia on June 13th, and as always, the stars came out. Starting in the youth divisions, Addison Garvey captured the U7 girls division with a 90-yard drive. Wyatt Dotson doubled up on the weekend with a 260-yard win in the U11 boys division, while Tyler Garvey also found himself back on top after launching a 317-yard drive to win the U15 boys division. Moving into the amateur division, Steve Bressler claimed the men's 35 amateur division with a 320-yard drive. Sarah Grace Parr secured the women's 40 amateur division after a 186-yard drive, while Jennifer White continued her winning ways with another double victory in the women's 45 and women's 50 amateur divisions after drives of 223 and 236 yards. Craig Morelli earned the men's 40 amateur title with a 303-yard drive. Then we got one of the best storylines of the weekend. The men's 50 amateur finals came down to Michael O'Reilly and Brian Hare. And O'Reilly found himself in the driver's seat, winning the finals with a 307-yard drive, and he wasn't finished either. O'Reilly also captured the men's 55 amateur division with a drive of 329 yards. Michael Porter grabbed another victory as well in the men's 70 amateur division after posting a 253-yard drive. Anthony Davidson delivered a monster 370-yard drive to win the Open Men's Amateur Division. Meanwhile, Cherie Myberg claimed the Open Women's Amateur Division with an impressive 328-yard drive. On the pro side, Alan Peake brought the fireworks. He first won the men's 35 pro division with a 361-yard drive, but then he stepped into the Open Men's Pro division, or might I say finals, against Jace Norman and absolutely delivered, winning with a 375-yard drive. Talk about closing the show with a mic drop. Finally, our president, Kevin Porter, captured the men's 45 pro finals against Craig Morelli after blasting a 303-yard drive for the victory. Now, what a stretch of action across Ultimate Long Drive. This weekend, we've got 4 events on the schedule, one on June 19th and 3 more on June 20th. And for the complete event schedule, registration information, and all the latest updates from the 2026 season, head over to ultimatelongdrive.com or follow us across Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube, of course. And don't forget, the next North American Tour stop is coming up July 11th in Dublin, Ohio. And now joining me in the studio is our president, Kevin Porter, with more news on the upcoming ULD schedule and everything happening around the sport. Kevin Porter with us now in the studio. He's going to touch on what's all been going on at Ultimate Long Drive. He's going to tell us, about the East Coast Classic that just happened recently, and of course the Ohio North American Tour stop. So Kevin, welcome to the studio once again.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, that wonderful event up there at Woodridge Farm Brewery.
Yeah. So thanks for having me back.
Absolutely.
Again. So yeah, just coming out of the East Coast Classic last weekend, conditions were unbelievable. Awesome. So we backed up, got into what is going to be very much the world championship setting, right? So we backed the tee boxes up. Grass was mown tight. Longest ball ever hit at Woodridge this past weekend. Jace maybe a little bit sore from it, being he went 381. So longest ball ever hit there so far. That said, lost in the finals to Alan Peake there. But both of those guys hit some just monster balls. I mean, it was 370 stuff, all day. So, yeah, great stuff with the Open Pro guys. That said, moving out of the East Coast, we're going to Ohio next.
Okay.
So, Sports Ohio, now different owners. The city is running that. They're welcoming us back. We just got all the details kind of figured out there. But big news for Ohio.
Awesome.
So, a little bit of a change with sponsors. So thanks to Bill at Aeroswing, we are doing every division that has 10 or more guys. Whoever wins that will get a $500 coupon credit to Worlds.
No way.
So get 10 guys together in your open division, in your 50 division, get all your buddies, get them all out there. Whoever wins that, with 10 or more, there you go. You guys are getting comp to Worlds. So that said, for any of the divisions that are less than 10, right? Because there's obviously those that are out there like, oh, man, we usually only wind up with like 5 or 6. So anything over 4, so in that 4 to 9 range, you guys are going to get a $100 win for that one. So that'll be another coupon code that we give away. So teed up, got a chance to get those drinks out there at the East Coast. They'll be out there at Ohio as well. Okay. So come get a taste. But for all the women, any woman that shows up, all of our female hitters, you guys are going to earn a $50 credit to Worlds. Ooh. Just for showing up. So that's just a show
awesome.
Up. So then on top of that, 10 of you come out.
Yeah.
You're going to get $550. So there you go.
Wow.
If it's, like I said, less, then we're going to go with that $100 code. But yeah, so come out, earn some cash towards Worlds for showing up in Ohio and, beating up on some people, right?
Absolutely.
So that said, we'll be working with all of our sponsors, 4 Yards More, stuff like that. They're going to do the same thing in Nationals.
Oh, okay.
Here at the beach.
Cool.
So we're going to be offering those spots the rest of the way, through all the qualifiers. Maybe even do a few things at some of the league championships. You'll have to stay tuned for that one, though.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. I mean, we got lots of fun stuff coming into next season. Like I said, new venues, all that stuff that are popping up. We're looking middle of the country, West Coast. Lots of fun stuff there. But come out, Ohio. You got a chance to get your spot at Worlds and earn some money towards it, too.
I was just going to say, lots of opportunities to get some cash. So don't miss out on these opportunities Kevin's talking about. Once again, you can go to ultimatelongdrive.com to register for these events. Go ahead and check out the events calendar. Kevin, is there anything else you want to leave the people with before you head out of here?
Get signed up. Let's go.
Simple as that.
See you out there.
All right. Kevin, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Once again. It's the president right here, El Presidente, Kevin Porter. We'll see you next time. Before we go, don't forget about the incredible Spica 3 launch monitor from GolfJoy. If you are a ULD member, head to the membership tab at ultimatelongdrive.com and claim your 15% discount, along with all the other great member benefits available right now. And one final reminder, the XLD draft is back, and that draft pool is filling up. The teams have returned, and if you've ever wanted your shot to hear your name called on draft night and compete in this year's XLD Team Series, now is the time. So you need to head to ultimatelongdrive.com and apply today. It's quick, it's easy, and your path to XLD could just be one application away. Now, for everyone here at Ultimate Long Drive, I'm Alex Wober. Thank you, Kevin Porter, for joining us on the show today. We'll see you next time on Smash Factor.